Welcome back to Let's Play Medieval 2 Total War England Campaign, episode the 92nd with me, Skwalker. And when we left off, we had achieved things here, achieved things there, but we haven't made a lot of progress anywhere because the plague has spread everywhere. Yeah, it's plague season, therefore everyone's a bit sick. Which isn't working out well for a lot of parties, but, well, we're doing what we can to cope. What I am doing right now is I am just moving in a couple more units for my city here as well, just to make sure that Sluice has a good garrison. I'm going to send these lot off to Marseille, actually, where they can just be useful elsewhere for me. But yeah, the plague has struck, which is, well, it's striking down pretty much everyone with a bad fever, which isn't good for me because I'm in that stage of a game where I'm being attacked a lot by everyone because I'm just not very popular. So we've just been chundering through turn 136 when we left off. Our main accomplishments last episode was we managed to stave off an enemy army from Hungary. Another one is probably on its way in the form of Captain Alerma, but for now we'll have to wait and see what it brings. But for now, it would be wise if I was to maintain my garrison in Venice to ensure it's strong. Especially now that Venice is without a commander since Francis the Mauler unfortunately met his end in a freak accident. But we are going to finally make some gains, and we're going to get rid of enemy for once and for all. Francis of West Derby, while he may be carrying the plague, so he's got a bit of a cold, but Vienna probably has a plague right now. Yeah, it's a plague, so who fucking cares? But Francis of West Derby is going to be taking his army out now, and we are marching on Vienna, the last stronghold of the Imperials. We're going to get rid of them once and for all, but we will need to get through the army of the Emperor Wenzel and Captain Adolf. So we'll be fighting them first, and I'm going to get these peasants back into Innsbruck where they could just maintain a garrison for us. And I'm not going to have actually no, I'm going to have Innsbruck keep working on more troops because Innsbruck needs to work on more troops. If only because we need to make sure that we have another army just in case things go wrong in Italy. To start recruiting some armoured swordsmen, or recruit some armoured swordsmen, some yeomen, and then that's all I can afford because unfortunately money's just not that abundant right now for me. But anyway, Francis of West Derby is going to move on Captain Adolf, and he's going to hit him hard. There's that witch, by the way. Michelle, you know what you're doing. Ditas.
It is not blasphemy. You simply do not understand.
It's probably blasphemy. She's managed to actually start becoming good at a witch. But look, you're a cardinal, dude. You should be able to deal with this one.
Who is the heretic?
There's a 74% chance of getting rid of a witch. Please don't randomly burst into flame.
God will judge them, sire.
I hope he's good at judging, because you're not good at judging what direction you were supposed to do it in. Oh well, the witch has been burned at stake, it seems, so that's good. The blasphemer has been executed, which means, yeah, good. He's doing good for his piety, actually, now. He's got a nun and a monk following him around as well. He's an enemy of heretics, but he's also quite dogmatic. You know what? We need to probably just help Stockholm get its Catholicism back up. So if you want to head up to Stockholm and just help out, that'd be fantastic.
I shall continue tomorrow.
Right, anyway, before I got distracted by the witch, here is what we were up to. So, during the last turn transition, Prince Marcin the Wrathful attacked my army, being led by Captain Paul, who is now Captain Nigel. It was a fight where a lot of units died on both armies. Basically, while the game says a defeat, I would actually argue it is inconclusive because I retreated and basically live to fight another day.
I will see your head rest atop a pike! Outlander scum!
Yeah, I know, right. A fair few of Prince Marcin's army has survived though, but his numbers have been severely reduced by my infantry. So, we are going to move in and we're going to take him out on the offense now. So, Prince Humphrey is going to be bringing the bombard, his much better cavalry, some strong infantry and some longbowmen to this battle. I'm not going to bring too much. Oh wait, no, I can't bring a lot. Well, actually, we're going to have to leave the bombard behind, but oh well, that's fine. We placed the bombard with the yeoman then. But basically, I'm going to bring over some tough lads here. I'm not bringing over too much because we don't need to bring too much, but I'm going to bring some spears because we definitely need spears. And you know what, bring the billman as well. But basically, this lot here are going to come over and we are going to deal with this loser here. But we're not going to attack him until next turn. That's a shame. But either way, we're going to make sure we're both dogging his steps. Unless Captain Nigel can attack him now. And then I will have control of the other army as a reinforcement, but we can't, right. Well, I was going to have a battle there, but we're not going to have a battle there now, right. By the way, keep it on the growth build policy, and I'll wait for further orders from myself over here, please. I know we can't afford anything, so no point even trying in that aspect. Right! Oh, what else can we do this turn then? Well, there are a few things that we do need to do. A few of my ships went astray last episode because, well, controlling the seas is not my forte. In fact, Admiral Nicholas basically got very waylaid. He was carrying quite a few of my troops, and now, well, God, this fleet is not in a good position. I'd say this might actually be enough troops to take a random Spanish town, potentially. And maybe we should actually just land and maybe have a bit of an attack. We do need to rest and resupply quickly. Perhaps this city here, the city of Lisbon, it's very well upgraded, but perhaps I could potentially have a quick attack on it or a raid on it. Or if I could get my men landed here, we could try and sneak our way out of the area. Either way, I don't want to lose a lot of units at sea, so you know what? Land them here. And
now, you dogs!
Yeah, I know, don't be rude to your men. Right, you try and get back to safer waters. Preferably back up to Nottingham if you can.
A fine day to sail.
And Leonard,
yes,
you need to try and get back to Bordeaux somehow. Try and do it by going through the Spanish capital though, because that always sounds like a fantastic idea. Either way,
we go no further today.
I put you in a bit of a weird situation, Leonard, I'll admit that. But it's for your own, well, it's not for your own, well, yeah, it is for your own good. If you can take a Spanish town and sack it, that would be lovely. I won't intend to keep it, but we'll just sack it and move on. Simond, by the way, Admiral Anthony will pick you up at Bordeaux. So if you could get yourself up there, I can
boarding
get
transport,
sir. Yeah, I know you've been ambushed by a Spanish army. Well done.
Tomorrow's journey planned out, sir.
King Pedro's watching his borders right now, so he's up to something. But for now, he can stay there. There is another Spanish attack inbound though in the form of Captain Esteban. Don't really know what he's bringing, but I could always just march out and attack him. If you can, I want to make sure that you can, because yeah, you're not going to attack him this turn, because some of the units have already moved this turn. So you know what? We'll wait for him to come to us. Captain Lawrence, yep, you know what you're doing. I don't think I have anyone else left to move. I think everyone's doing something apart from my, assassin. You need someone. Yep.
You have a target in mind.
Probably not going to kill any of those guys, but keep sabotaging the things going on here. Let's take out their ballista towers. Actually, that'll be something
bring the
brilliant.
house down. Sire.
Once more, we always hit the wrong building with that torch. When I have time to take out the towers, he takes out something entirely different, but oh well, that has still kept the town under sabotage, which means I'll be able to move in very, very soon. Okay, so this was a very short turn, by the way, but unfortunately there wasn't really a lot I could do, so we are going to move on to the next one. We're going to observe the world around us again, and, well, we'll just have to keep on plugging away and hope that this plague wears off soon, for this is starting to bum me out a little bit. And the Spanish just attack me all the time because the Spanish are just dicks.
Sire, we should man the oars and retreat. We can go no further this day, sire.
Okay, so yeah, Captain Lawrence, you have been caught out. I don't want you to fight this one. Just get out of there, please.
Sire, we should withdraw.
Enemy fleet engaging
And
us,
Admiral
my
Nicholas
lord.
is engaged. So I'm actually very glad that I did dispose of my troops on land. Right, fight it, but I don't expect you to win this one, Nicholas.
Sire, we should disengage. The enemy shows no mercy. No more wind today, sire.
The enemy lay siege to our people, sire.
And your post.
And the
enemy
Sicilians have
fleet is
decided
upon
to
us.
wander over and just be a pain as well.
We can go no further this day, sire.
Leaving the army, sire. My lord, we're besieged.
Right, we find ourselves being attacked again, and Edward Swanley wants to be married in. Unfortunately, his traits don't look good. He's 45, so it's just a hard no. And the Great Mortality now continues. While the lands that were first struck by the Great Mortality are beginning to discover a life beyond the plague, many places that have been spared this doom are now feeling its full effects. Though talk of this truly being the end is becoming less likely, with enough survivors to prove a point, this creeping doom is still the most feared thing to stalk the land of Europe for even the bravest men, being dubbed the Black Death these days. I hope this plague ends soon. Anyway, Bologna is under siege by the Papal States. That one's annoying because, well, he's brought a big army, so let's deal with that one in a minute, because also I've got Captain Elerma on his way now. Deathstock's land, by the way. Look, I'm not even reading the list. Pretty much every settlement I own now is being affected, and pretty much everyone is just fucking dying. I've lost over 1,000 soldiers, 28,000 civilians. It's no wonder why I am now pretty much out of money, because, yeah, the plague has just demolished my finances. A papal spy was found and escaped in Bologna, by the way. In terms of faction announcements, by the way, Prince Humphrey was assassinated by the Polish. I know it was the Polish, we're not even going to deny that, which means Christopher is now the prince. Mary Heaven has been born. Michelle of Westbury and Barnaby of Bristol are now of age. Catherine Chamberlain passed away, and Alfred Heaven is feeling appreciated once more because he's lazy, and he also is now becoming more fair in his rule. Geoffrey Chamberlain feels appreciated. Gregory Westbury now has a guard dog, and Geoffrey the Corrupt has a monk. So, first is first, let's just check out our new ankle biters. So, Michelle of Westbury is got a twatty haircut, and he's currently well, actually, they're both based here, so... Okay, so, Michelle, he abhors drink, he's chivalrous, has logistics, he's dubious, he's also a night fighter, a promising attacker, natural commander, and religiously popular. He's probably going to be a commander for us, so... He'll be sent to Nottingham. Barnaby of Bristol, he looks like he plays the same way, tragically gone bald at the age of 16. He's easily riled, he understands trade, he's religiously proper, he's aloof. And the natural commander, they're both capable of governing and, well, I'd say Barnaby's more capable of governing.
Hail my king!
Both of you head up to Nottingham and await further orders from me. Right. Construction report, by the way. Nottingham has stables, Carnarvon has merchant wharf, Dublin has a warehouse, Iverness has paved roads, Stettin a heavy armourer, Bern irrigation, Innsbruck a heavy armourer, and a jacket a practice range. I'm not going to engage in construction this turn because of the plague. I'm running out of money, and I'm going to have to be funneling all that money into retraining troops right now. Innsbruck has armoured swordsmen and yeoman archers, by the way, a jacko, a cog, and then that was all we got recruited. So, right. There's a lot of things that are not going quite right for us now, and I think how we're going to do it is we're going to go from left to right today. So, we start here. So, Leonard Lewis, first things first. Well, I'll try and walk up to this Spanish capital. Yes. Leon's well defended, so I'm not even going to entertain attacking it. you're probably going to get chased out of the area, and yeah, you're not even going to be able to make it out of that. Right, take the long way around, and just try and navigate these lands
Marching,
without
sir.
getting killed, basically.
We'll stop here.
Admiral
Ships
Nicholas,
ready.
you're in a really bad position. Loin cut with Admiral Anthony, except you won't because you two are arrogant,
Aye,
unless
sir.
I can get you both in here somehow. There we go.
Fleet breaking from the converging fleets, my lord.
Managed to merge them up. Right, you
Sir,
go
sir.
here, and then
Yes, my
Simon,
lord.
I want you to get in
Boarding
here, and I
transport,
want you
sire.
to sail up to Russia. So I know it's going to take you a while, but I want you to get here, and I want you to
We'll
basically
drop
meet the
anchor
Russians
until
for
morning,
me.
sire.
I want to know what they're like. In fact, why are we going... Well, I say I know why we're going this way. We're going this way because the fucking Spanish are in the way. They're blockading our lands. Right, try and make a rest stop
No
at Cayenne.
further
We
this
might be
way,
able to do
sire.
something about that. In fact, Nottingham, could you recruit some gun halts for us, and we'll see those Spanish off. And we'll do the rest of the retraining later. In fact, just keep merging whatever we can, because yeah, we're just going to have to sit here and face the music that we are losing men. Right, Captain Lawrence,
Sire.
keep headed for Marseille, please.
Yes, sire. March to exhaustion,
King Pedro
sire.
is starting to bear down on
Continuing
us right
later.
now. He's attacking a fort, though, which means he's slowed down for a few turns, which gives me time to
It is said
analyse
you do
his
not attack
army.
me
And
out of fear.
then again, I think I might just take the initiative and just bring him down now because his army doesn't look that brilliant. Merge up whatever we have, and you know what? We will. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go out. We're gonna go in and we're gonna attack this guy. Can we do it this turn? Yes, we can. Right. Gregory, I want you to go in and I want you to bring King Pedro down. Bring him down, and well, we've got ourselves a fantastic little
To war,
victory
then,
here.
sire.
Either way, the fort at least stops him from just getting immediately to the castle where we have to go through the whole sallying forth business. I can just bring him down on the field here, so let's do that. And also, hello Captain Sancho, are you coming in to fight us at some point? Well, we'll deal with you later. For now, I have a date with a king. Or at least, I'm going to kill a king, hopefully. Okay, so Captain Loafwine will be under AI control, or I could just do it as a night attack, but then I'd just get rid of my own reinforcements. And to be honest, Gregory has enough command as it is, but I don't really need to give him any more. Or I could just make him a full 10-star commander, but, you know, we'll let Captain Loafwine tag along. He might provide a nice distraction for the enemy. That being said, King Pedro rides with his son, Prince Goncalvo. If they are father and son, I really don't know. But the rest of his army leaves a lot to be desired, which makes me wonder if the Spanish actually aren't that good. I mean, their first few attacks were brilliant, and now we're basically dealing with a lot of crossbow militia and crossbow peasants. There are a few pavisas among them, plenty of town militia. We've got a unit of chivalrics, like a quarter of a unit of feudals, some javelin men, some Catalans, who are a skirmisher unit, it seems. Yep, they're javelineers. Some Jeanettes, quite a few trebuchets, however, so we'll need to make sure our formations are loose once more. But I think our Ryber will have a fun time just shooting everything up, and our longbowmen will also cause a lot of trouble for their crossbowmen. Yeah, it's not exactly an impressive army that the Spanish king brings, but oh well, you know what? If the Spanish king has a death wish, we shall make it come true. Okay, Gregory, you have my full permission to move in. Once more, we are outnumbering the enemy by nearly 600 men, or over 600 men in fact. And the strength ratio is 3-2 in my favour.
I shall lead our forces into battle, my lord. And so we come to battle. Order and discipline are the keys to the gates of victory. Without obedience, we are nothing. A rabble like our foes. And I will not have that. But I will have the skin of any man who disobeys orders! Your Spanish enemies are proud. Perhaps too proud. In this place, I mean to see them humbled and cut down to size. We'll see how these over-proud Iberians like the taste of English steel. I see the foe dare not fight us man to man, but must rely on a woman's stratagem of throwing things at us. And at the last, there are those who say I am a hard taskmaster. I am proud to admit there are few harder. If I lash you with my tongue, it saves you from the whips of foreigners. That way, more of you will come safe home. Now fight, you English sots! Fight!
Right, the men are roused. Let us go in and fight this one. So it's a lovely day in my borderlands. So let's get on with it. I'm going to pretend that's my fort now, by the way. We'll say it is, so it isn't just like a random crappy encampment I built. Alright, so let's get our men to the back and make up our strategy. So the Spanish have a few areas where they could deploy. I suspect their most likely area of deployment, however, is going to be around here, because this time I'm going to act like the enemy just doesn't have a clue what they're doing. So Ryber will be at the far front of our army because of its firing arc. It will basically be trying to just get its first few shots off. It does seem to have a good impact on quite a few enemy units. And then our longbowmen will be making up our front line, sort of, not really, in a way. Either way, I'm going to deploy them quite loose just to ensure that we don't have too many casualties initially. So they're all like that. And then making up... Actually, you know what? Before we even get those guys in there, I kind of want to bring my Well, I say I want to bring in my spearmen first. The spearmen will be close behind. However, I am just thinking, because of the amount of enemy archers, I don't want to bring the spearmen in just yet, because the enemy is only really going to charge forward with a few bits of low-tier infantry, so we might get away with it. This random unit of 8 spears, by the way, you're going to be at the back and you're going to be reserved, because, yeah, unfortunately, the Black Plague, or the Black Death, or whatever we want to call it today, is playing bloody havoc with my troop numbers, so, yeah, that's going to be one of the main annoyances we'll be contending with throughout this period. Hopefully we find a way of getting rid of it. Maybe we just set London on fire, it'll do it. I mean, it worked in the Stuart era. Maybe we could just do it again, but expedite the process a little bit. Billman as well. Let's just bring the spears up a little bit, please. Billman, we'll do the same thing again. You're gonna march in tandem with the dismounted English knights, because you lot tend to work alright together. You're just kind of a damage dealer general unit who just really just gets in and, you know, just charges in and just deals a lot of damage with their deadly two-handed weapons, but then you're not really good for anything else. You know, you're not defensive, you're not particularly you know, anything beyond that. You're a bit two-dimensional in a way. Right, General, you'll march with the gold chevron mailed knight. Yes, gold chevron mailed knight. We have gold chevron mailed knight. Once more, we have gold chevron mailed knight. I am just very, very proud that we have accomplished getting hold of a unit of that level of prestige. That is fantastic. Feudal Knight, you will march on your own. Loose formation over here, and you will await further orders from myself. Peasant Archers, by the way, sorry for ignoring you this entire battle. You deploy yourselves here and await further orders from myself. Okay, so we all have our orders. We are now going to march forward. I'm going to plant some stakes as well, just because I like to plant my stakes. Let's get on with it. Okay. Reinforcements have arrived, by the way, and they're just pulling up next to me. They're going to be acting independently, and what they do is of little concern to me. Right now, the Ryber is going to start moving in, and it's going to prepare to open fire upon our enemies. I'm going to bring the archers forward as well. Peasant archers, if I could ask you to position yourselves over here. You will work alongside the general and the cavalry to try and bring down some other random itty-bitty units in a way. Everyone else, you can feel free to start marching up now. So if you want to just get into a position where we're ready to get into this battle, that'd be fantastic. So everyone's now got an order. Everyone's going to start moving towards the main area of the battlefield. Where are my reinforcements, by the way? Where they're coming from? They're over here, and they're just waiting to enter the battle. So I think I might have accidentally put them under my control. So they might just, I think they're just basically be a spare unit of spears for me to call upon. In fact, why don't you lot go home, and I can let the other units go in? Sorry, but I'm just basically swapping you out. It's nothing to do with your professionalism and all that. It's just that I just want to use a better unit of spears if I can. And you lot, basically, well, look, you're a non-factor in this battle, sadly. As much as I want to keep you in, there's 8 of you, and there's a lot of EA Spanish, so, you know. Alright, Ryber, how are we looking? How close we need to be? I want you to target the Catalans. I know it's... Well, actually, no, don't target the Catalans. Target the Pavisa crossbows. They're a good hit for you. The Trebuchet has just opened fire. Ooh, it nearly got a lucky hit on just bringing down one of my Rybos immediately. That would have been annoying. Alright, those spears are gone, by the way. You lot, are you entering the battle now, please? Are you coming with me? No? Maybe? I don't know. Oh well, I didn't really need those spearmen anyway. Okay. just watch at the end of this battle. I will actually end up needing them, but for now, let's just focus on our other tasks. Alright, longbows. You can't hit anything just yet, so keep moving up, please. If you can't hit them, you gotta keep moving up. You lot as well, just keep moving up as well. Everyone, just keep some general forward momentum going. Okay, Ryber is now able to start hitting some stuff, so I'd say hit the Pavisa crossbow, but if you hit the Catalans, we're going to start hitting things behind it as well, because if we can preferably just start hitting oh my god, just look at all that artillery fire coming in. The enemy does not like us anyway. Right, opening fire are we? Please, I want to see some Catalans get hit. But we are already having some issues with those trebuchets, but there we go, first volley just went in. Catalans did not do too well there, but already started to lose some men, right, that's fine. And the chivalrics aren't doing too well. If you can try and make the chivalrics your main target, though, that'd be fantastic. But that being said, I've had to do a load of adjustment and shit, so I'd rather they didn't do that. Okay, longbowmen, start targeting whatever you can target from that position. Mainly start targeting the Catalans if you can. Spears, you know what, get yourselves positioned in front, because you know what, the enemy is incoming. And I suspect they're going to make their move. The Jeanettes have also just revealed their hand. Peasant archers, if you can try and bring them down, that'd be fantastic. Mailed knights, if you want to go after them, that'd be cool. Actually, you know what? General, no, you go after them. Mailed knights, I have better uses for you right now. Let the general just deal with them quickly, but they won't do too well against the peasant archers. Okay, Ryber, let's see. What are we going to be hitting today? Keep trying to hit, you know, try and hit those chivalrics again. They're the best unit for you to be hitting, but you probably just end up shooting over random shit, but you know what? Everything you shoot is always good for us. Okay, Levy Spears are now in a position where they're going to monitor the front of the enemy. That being said, longbows, keep trying to bring down those Pavisas, because they're just going to be sat here and they're going to be taking pot shots at my spears right now. So I don't want to tolerate that. I want the Pavisas gone. So just keep hitting their archers. Looks like the javelins are going to come forward and try and harass us as well, but then they're skirmishing, so they might not have too much will for tonight. Ryber, try and target those feudal knights. They're trying to harass you, so let's keep them back. Jeanettes, right, they're being kept suppressed. Right, archer militia, try and come in and try and hit some of those town militia if you can, please. Enemy are trying to get their skirmishes into us, but they're not so far. They're not having a good job at it. In fact, Ryber, I'm just going to get really cocky. See if you can hit the enemy general from where you are. You kind of can, so if you could, then that'd just be brilliant. See, you're lovingly prepping your guns now, so open fire, please. If you can, please. Alright. Come on, if you can smash that enemy general, that'd be good. Right.
Swinging in our favour. From such tidings does victory emerge.
I think the enemy's coming forward, Ryber, so let's get you back to the back of the battlefield. They might just be regrouping, but I don't trust them when the generals are coming that far forward. Longbows, try and target the mid of their enemy army. Right, let's get everything else moving forward as well.
If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
It's a charge, but it's okay. Spears are at the front of the line. They can hold off town militia and, you know, these losers, so that's fine for now. Looks like they are going to pull it out though, so that's fine. Right, Ryber, you can... No, not you. Ryber, you can keep coming back out. Spears, maintain your formation. Do not change your formation. I did not mean to change your formation, right? General, you just keep on that hill. Maintain control of the flanks. Archer militia, you're now in a target. You're in a position where you can just start hitting whatever you want. You want to just really target the weaker stuff, so start hitting those javelin ears, please. Right, what am I sending to attack my general? Sending some town militia. Right, general, go take out that town militia. Just get rid of them. Right, enemy trebuchets are trying to hit my positions as well, and they're getting a few hits, but we're not getting too many hits. However, they do exist as an annoyance once more. Ryber, keep trying to hit their general if you can, or make sure that you are... No, yeah, they are able to do it, right. Keep hitting that general's bodyguard if you can, please. Get those shots out. Come on. Well, it takes time to load these guys up, but when they load up nice. Right. Come on. Need to see some fire being opened, please.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Come on, you guys are taking a while on getting this thing ready to fire. Don't have all day. Come on. Shoot! Please shoot something. Look, shoot a Catalans if you want. Just get something shot. Come on. Don't know what he's trying to do, by the way. And I think he's reload. I mean, come on, you don't need to put like super duper loads of bullets into your things. I think the rivals have decided that they can't work anymore. Come on, shoot something. There we go. Getting some kills at least. Right, Rybo, keep doing what you're doing. Longbows, target with chivalric knights. We're not really taking a lot of missile attrition from the enemy, so for now, I want you to try and focus your fire on that. Archer militia, you focus on bringing down those pavisas. Longbows, I want you to just hew down their key armoured units now. I want you to bring down the dismounted feudal knights, bring down the general's bodyguard. Just make sure you're hitting their strong units.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Everyone's hitting the right unit for them now. Archers, militia are now just keeping the mercenary pavisas under check. We now have the advantage in this particular battle. Right, how are you doing over there, my general? You've managed to mow down that lovely enemy unit. And it looks like one of the general's bodyguards is getting angsty. That is actually the king, right? Mailed knights. Wait. Alright, he doesn't want to fight us just yet. You two regroup and await further orders. The king... I'm worried the king might actually just pull away. In fact, I think they're all pulling away at this point. I think he's going to run away this time, but I might allow him to run. I don't want him to run, but, you know... Actually, he isn't running. He's just regrouping. That's fine. Right, take advantage of his regroup, though. Let's make sure we're hitting him as hard as we can. And, well, we are. As you can see, arrows are just sailing right into the enemy positions. But... I don't know, he might actually be running away. I didn't hear him give away the retreat order, but the way his army's moving suggests it's now a rout. Alright, lads. We need to bring the line closer if he is running away. We need to put more pressure on him. Rybo, ceasefire. You know what? Catch his artillery while it's undefended. But you know what? I think he's run away. Alright. Yeah, and I just heard it there. They're retreating. Right, lads. Move in if you can, but to be honest, he's already got away quite a bit. Feudal Knights, join us if you can, but as far as I can tell, we've lost him. By the way, hello Spearman, you joined us eventually. I didn't notice whoever joined us, but hello. Yeah, I let the enemy get away, but I didn't notice they were retreating until it was too late, but fair enough. Let's just take out their juicy artillery, and then we'll try and take out whatever else we can. The General and the Prince will get away this time around, but, well, I think they'll have seen that their attack was flawed, useless, and stupid. Archers have now stopped. Rybo has now stopped. Let's just finish this one off now.
If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Alright, General, just get right into the back of them. Try and push right into the center of our formation. See how many units you can take down, basically. Feudal Knights, if you can bring down the chivalrics, that'd be brilliant. There's still quite a few units we can take down. The General and the King have got away this time, sadly, which... it's a shame, but as you can see, our initial back charge is already pushing a few units into rout. Lads, keep it up. See how far you can push them into the brink. You lot, what we're doing over here, you have got the trebuchet under control. You've captured their siege equipment. Try and bring down the escaping crews, but I can't. You know, it's good that we've captured the constructs themselves, which will make lovely kindling and firewood. But now we must ensure that we take down those who know how to rebuild them, crew them, and fire them. Alright, General, Feudal Knights, keep bringing down the main body of the Spanish army. There's still plenty of men to kill and take prisoners, so let's make sure we're getting the goods while the getting is good. Especially those chivalric knights. I would like to get them brought down, but it looks like we are struggling. I think it's just because there's such a load of blow going on now. Try and push into those chivalric knights. Come on, they're going to fight back, but they'll retreat soon enough because they suck against cavalry.
How our cowardly foe
Come on.
runs. It's time to press the attack.
One of you bring down those lads. You lot keep bringing down these guys over here. There we go. We spread our forces out quite nicely. Come on, focus on bringing down those town militia. No, focus on bringing down those town militia. Why do you have a hard time listening to my orders? Come on, it's not rocket science, right? Mercenary Pavisas, you keep at it. Mailed Knights over there, I know you've still got stuff to do. Keep bringing down those trebuchets. You lot chase down those chivalrics while you have the opportunity. Come on, no, just reform yourselves and just be stupid, annoying and useless, because that's the way you want to do it. Absolute waste of time. Right, you lot try and get here, bring down those catapult engineers. There we go. Just why? Come on, guys, just work on your accuracy, please. You've got to be as accurate as possible. Right, and what's going on over here? Not a lot. Right, good. Good. We've done a fantastic job here. Well, I say a fantastic job. We've done what we could, really. The Spanish didn't really give up much of a fight at the end of the day. We just basically sat around, exchanged some fire, and then they ran away.
Awed by the victory we have won here today.
Still, a victory is a victory, and a victory I shall take. So as it stands, Gregory Westbury has brought down quite a few of the enemy army, and well, we actually lost a minimum. We actually lost less than 100 men, so that's fantastic, especially when we took out over 1,207 of the enemy. So you know what? Forget any negativity I had, because we just did a fantastic job there. Longbowmen, oh my god, longbowmen, nearly 500 kills between just these two units. Anyone brought in 148, so over 500 kills from the longbowmen. Absolute genius these guys are. Faith must trample underfoot all reason, sense and understanding by the way, says Martin Luther. Not a lot of ransom value on these guys. But again, I need that money.
Lord. Think of the money to be made.
Yeah, I need the money because right now I'm running out of money because all my citizens keep dying. I guess they're on tight times as well. Alright, I think King Pedro is going to run away from this particular battle.
Nothing can stop us,
that being said, Gregory of Westbury is now cruel and cunning, and he also has a veteran warrior, so well done, Gregory. I mean, yeah, he's now got 1 dread, so well done you. Right, make your way back to Bordeaux, merge up your men, and we'll link in when we get back there.
We go no further.
Still, that's them taken out, and now let's just keep on taking out our problems. So next up, Toulouse. So Ambrose, we've got 2 Spanish armies roaming around. First things first, we're going to march out. We're going to take out Captain Esteban. You're probably going to make him run away with our initial attack. So let's just make him run away first, and then I'll split up the forces accordingly once we know the makeup of his army. Unless he just wants to fight this army, and if he does, then well, he's a braver man than I. But he's just realised that in fact it's actually a pretty bad idea, and he is now just shitting himself. He's going to try and run away, but that's fine. Alright, what do we know about Captain Esteban?
Name the field of battle. We will meet you there.
Well, we named the field of battle and then you ran away from it. So he's bringing 3 dismounted feudal knights, 1 swordsman militia, and then some trebuchets. So let's send in Ambrose himself. Let's bring in our yeomen and our longbowmen. Let's just bring in all our longbowmen, in fact, and then bring in a few dismounted feudal knights of our own. In fact, you haven't done a unit merge in a while. Let's just merge up all our men. There we go. I say everyone's merged up as good as I can, but I can still see other merges that could happen. So, you know, I just want to make sure that we're coming in with some strong units. Anyway, bring in the full strength feudal knight, then bring in... you know what, we don't need spears on this one. Bring in the full strength feudal knights, bring in all the longbowmen, and then bring in 2 units of mailed knights, and that should be more than enough to bring down this particular army. We're going loose formation, and then everyone else will be headed back into Toulouse.
By your will, sire, we shall engage.
You shall engage, and you shall triumph unless he runs away again. But then again, he can't run away. He has to face me now, so he is. Okay, so Ambrose Kerfos is going to bring down Captain Esteban. We outnumber the enemy by over 500 men. Strength ratio is 2-to-1 in my favour. Already looked at the makeup of his army, so let's just jump into this swamp.
Muster your courage, men. This moment, my English friends, is one worth living to the full. We stand on the field of battle and place our fates in the hands of God. I have no doubt that He will reward virtue with victory when I see so many honest, manly faces in our company. God has created 2 sorts of men: Spaniards and those who kill Spaniards. God loves only the killers of Spaniards. So let us English serve God extremely well in the coming battle. I see little reason to needlessly risk English lives today. Let us rain death upon our foes, and let them struggle to come to grips with us. And so, let's be at it. I would dine soon, and a battle gives me a goodly appetite. I trust you will all dine with me?
Okay, let's get on with it. And yes, remember, it's not a woman's stratagem when I do it. So...
Units, await my orders.
going to be a bit of a peculiar battlefield because of where the Spanish have retreated. It's quite mountainous. We're at the feet of the Pyrenees, so we'll need to be wary of where they put themselves. But let's just get our men to the back and let's prepare ourselves. So first things first, let's get all these lads up. Then, well, like so, loose formation, spread them out. These lot will just have a very fun time just killing off all the enemy units. We'll have the dismounted feudal knights a little ways behind, but we're not going to have them straight up behind because I don't want these guys just to sit around and then get smashed to bits by a trebuchet when we're in somewhat austere times now. Then we'll have a general marching on his own, and then we'll have the feudal knights marching as a pair, and, well, you kind of can probably guess what they're going to be up to. Flanking, killing artillery, and all that good junk. Right, let's just get on with this battle. There isn't really a lot to say. And the enemy hasn't deployed too far away this time around, so that's good. Let's make our position on the top of this ridge then, unless they're coming to us, which they might actually be. Alright, archers. Don't reform too much. I think the enemy's going to come to us, mainly because they can actually just hit us with their artillery from where they are. Alright, that's fine. Guard formation, disable skirmishing, and disable whatever else it is you're doing. Just make sure you get in position and prepare to rain some death upon the enemy. That being said, I suspect the enemy may abandon their artillery positions, so I'm going to have a unit of mailed knights march down and keep them occupied. Longbows, simple job. Just get to work on it. See how many enemies you can bring down before they reach our front line. And yeah, look, once more, just put on your brave faces, grit your teeth. We're going to have to sustain the artillery blows right now. That being said, knight, they've given away their position. Just get in there quick. Bring down that artillery before they have a chance to make up for their fatal error. Are their knights on upgraded armor, by the way? It looks like they are. The Spanish are very good with their armor, aren't they? Knights, simple job now. Get in there, take out those trebuchets. There's no excuse for failure on this one. General, get ready to flank. Whatever's left of the mailed knights as well, get ready to flank. Okay, longbows, one last volley. You can get out. There you go. Right, that was your last volley. Get yourselves out of there now. I don't want you engaging in any further fire. Right, they're getting behind our lines, and we have just engaged the trebuchets, by the way, so that is the enemy artillery now shut down. Good, good, good. Okay, get in, and get in. General, get around the flank. Cavalry, go and hit up those dismounted feudal knights over there. You lot just get over there. The artillery is now looking pretty poor in its positioning. Yeah, we've broken up their artillery crews. Right, chase down whatever's left of them. This is a nice little satisfying victory for once. Okay, I need you to get in there and just hit the back of that unit. You lot are having an okay time to take down these dismounted feudal knights forever. It's not going to last forever with you, so what I'd recommend is you just push through quickly, and I'm going to try and get some melee units to help you out. In fact, I need to go and bring down those swordsman militia now, because they'll be a good unit for you to take down. General, if you could try and bring down whatever's left of the dismounted feudal knights, please, that'd be fantastic. But there we go.
The enemy army flees the field.
See how many of them we can kill.
And run them down.
If we could get a total victory here, that would be even better. If we could just bring down all of their units, and we won't even bother offering a ransom this time round. We will just go for a straight execution, because the Spanish clearly just aren't in the mood for paying ransom, so it's not worth the ink that I write these ransom notes on, or, well, not really worth it. It's just not worth me clicking on that button. Too much effort when I could just be hitting that execute button and just immediately killing off the enemy without having to sit through any additional dialogue text boxes to let me know that the enemy can't be asked paying the ransom. Right, I've got one unit who's got over there and is retreating. Lads, if you could try and catch up with him, that'd be fantastic, but it's just a trebuchet unit, so I'm not going to be too fussed if he gets away, because, well, let's face it, the Spanish have now faced total defeat. Excellent job, men. Right, try and catch up with the last of those feudal knights if you can. And let's see how many of these enemies we are bringing down. What are we on now? We are on 99%. That is a lovely figure to have. Let's just speed up time and just see what else we can catch up with. Ooh, it's going to be tight. I think we're getting close to the border now, but we might just be able to bring this particular unit down, unless my knight's going to be, the land. Yep, they went to the land of blue. We forgot what we're supposed to do.
All of Christendom
there we
will
go.
be awed by the victory we have won here today.
Pretty much a flawless victory. I lost a few men, yeah, because I was a melee engagement, but perfect is all I'm going to say. Well done, men. That's all we needed to do. set the example. We already know that we're not going to get any money. Let's just execute them.
You don't.
I have to admit as well, it's a satisfying noise when you execute them.
Victory!
Good going, Ambrose.
stop here.
Right. You'll make your way back to Toulouse
Stop.
next turn for now. You lot get yourselves back into
As
Toulouse
you
and await
wish.
further orders from myself. Merge up whatever you need to merge up and just do some general retraining because we need to try and keep on top of our troop
An
numbers when
order.
there's a playground, especially in our key settlements. Right, trait increase by the way, Ambrose has gained more command and he's also gained more dread. Right, anyway, let's continue what we're doing. So we're going left to right today. Cayenne no longer has a garrison, by the way, that's disturbing. Cayenne, you need to recruit a garrison, just get some spears. You know what, I'm in austerity, just get 1 unit of spears, it's like the best I can afford right now. Right, so anyway, we're going left to right, left to right, left to right. Right, John of Westbury,
me,
you're...
sire.
Oh, we can finally take over Marseille, right, let's get this done. I have left taking
Yes,
this town
sir.
for way too
Moving
long,
to
but
crush the enemy.
basically I wanted this army to basically go out and basically attack the Mongolians after. So let's just get in here now, capture Marseille and be done with it once and for all, because I have a catapult, so we're just going to go right in.
Besieging the cowards, my liege.
Just go in. We don't need to wait this one out. Then again, I know we'd be wasting lives doing it, but at the same time, we're gonna be losing lives once we get in there because the plague will have already kicked in. And I just want this done now. I'm not waiting any longer for Marseille to be taken. We've already waited too long. Get in there. Okay, so we're basically gonna win this battle once more. The enemy has plenty of crossbow militia, however, quite a few chivalric knights. However, my spearmen should be able to contend with them, hopefully. Then some sergeant spearmen, armoured sergeants, and a few other general units. I think we'll go for our usual tactic when we try and take cities. In fact, we're going to take control of a certain area, get our longbowmen in, and then try and rain death from afar. But if that doesn't work out, we have other tactics. But for now, let's just get in this battle and bring down Captain Thomas.
There'll be no escaping us now. In war, there's nothing so becomes a man as bravery before your enemies. A man can be afraid and still be brave, and any man who faces battle without concern is a moonstruck fool. To be brave is to go forward anyway, no matter how afeared. That is why I go forward, in the company of so many other brave men. These rebellious knaves and villains are not fit to breathe the same air as we honest Englishmen. They must all die before dawn comes again. This is a mercy, because they richly deserve the gallows for turning against their betters. God's wounds. I see that our foes are amply supplied with heavily armored troops. Would that we had some men who carry firelocks. We may feel their lack. And at the last, take heart. If you die in the company of honest Englishmen. There is no better place to end your days. But knowing this, you can put aside thoughts of death. That way, even as your heart quails, you will seem brave. And your bravery will inspire your fellows. After all, this works for me.
Good speech by General. Now let's take over this town. It's enjoyed independence way too long. Trying to be some sort of resurgent French kingdom, despite the fact this is where I deposed the last king of France. And I will be happy to do it again. Okay, so what is going to be the plan for today? Well, first things first, let's get our men positioned quite far back, because the issue is we are going to be going into a city where the enemy is going to have a lot of crossbowmen, and a lot of crossbowmen means a lot of resistance. They're probably going to get all their crossbowmen up on the walls and up to no good. So, I have only one catapult, so the catapult will be, I'm going to position it quite far back, and it's going to use regular ammo because I want to play with accuracy. Either way, it's going to have a simple job. It's going to bust down the gates first so we have a way in, and then I'm going to take out some towers before we even entertain the idea of bringing my men in. Longbowmen will be nearby to provide covering fire should we need to, so they're here and ready and waiting. In fact, we have even more longbowmen, but these are peasant archers. Peasant archers, let's get you here. You can also provide covering fire should you need to, but I doubt you will. But if you do, you do. So I've got you here, ready and waiting. So let's just get you here. Make sure that you are in loose formation. So there we go. And let's just get you gathered up. Right. So we've got plenty of strong, sturdy swordsmen as well, who will provide the main bulk of my fighting force. And I am putting my units in loose formation at this moment in time. The reason why I'm doing so is just because of the presence of the enemy crossbowmen, which are larger numbers. So we want to make sure that when we're getting in, you know, we're not just basically going to have my men just get absolutely shattered. Spearmen are also probably going to be a very key part of my attacking force in the city, just because there is a high amount of enemy chivalric knights. These spearmen basically need to be getting in there, getting their spears in, countering cavalry, and just, you know, just giving them the hardest time that we can give them. So that's why we've got them there. John, you will be marching with the Hospitaliers. They will be your guard. Hobilage, you'll team up with the Mailed Knights to provide your cavalry support, and then that's how it's going to go. So we're going to let the artillery just batter as much of the city as we can first. Then we're going to move in nice and cautiously, make sure we're moving in a way that prevents as many casualties as possible. That being said, I believe this city may operate with ballista towers, but it doesn't look like it. I don't think we ever upgraded it, so I think we'll be safe. Either way, let's just get this battle underway. And the enemy has actually decided just to put all their men in the centre of the city, meaning if we're quick, we could rush in. However, I think they'll be already moving their troops towards the gatehouse, so we'll observe for now, but I'm not moving my men forwards unnecessarily. Either way, catapults, if you just be so kind just to quickly get a few pot shots in at that gatehouse, if you bring it down, then, you know, you win a prize. But they are organising themselves and they'll be getting ready to come over. If they choose to sally forth, then that's also fine by me, because I'll take them out from there. Either way, just get your pot shots in and let's see if you get lucky. In fact, if the enemy's taking so long to come over, which they are actually, men, just move up. Let's just get in. Let's just get in now. Spearmen, you'll take the initial parts of the city because I need you in there in case the enemy chooses to do a daring cavalry charge forwards. Knights, you just come in next. And longbowmen, I need you here, just providing covering fire should we need covering fire to be provided. Right. Either way, catapult, you just keep on hitting those gates as hard as you can. I think we already got one hit on them, so a few more hits and we should be done with this one. So just keep hitting as hard as you can. Otherwise, I'll just be having my men pressed up on the wall and doing nothing, which isn't what I would rather not be the case. Well, is that next shot coming out or what? I just heard it go out. Oh, that was looking like a promising shot. Oh, I think we keep slightly missing. Alright. Catapult, could you just move a little bit closer, please? Just make sure, I want to make sure you have the best opportunity to hit that gate as you do. So, go on, get another shot out. How's that gate looking now? What percentage damage? You haven't even got a single hit on it, right? That is disappointing and concerning, because now the enemy is actually moving their units up, right? Oh, hang on. We got our first hit. Oh, we're only doing 20% a hit, right? Men, pull it back. Pull it back. The catapult has not done its job yet, and I don't want you lot getting wiped out. Get away. The enemy's just running up and they're going to get in our way. So get away before those towers come online and start giving us absolute hell. Catapult, redouble your efforts. I'm disappointed at this point. You need to, I know it's not the easiest target, but I honestly thought you would have had it done by now. You've proven yourselves well so well in battles previous gone by, but now you're just kind of fucking it a bit. If you need to move closer, I will move you closer, but this will put you at risk of getting taken out. Right, anyway, men, we need to reorganise, so let's just get back into our old organisation. So, longbowmen, if you could get yourselves over here. Swordsmen, if you could just get yourselves over here. And then spears, I'm going to have you just be one organised clump here now. Right, how are we looking now? Are those gates coming down or what? Because artillery, you are eating through your ammunition now, and I need results. I don't want failures, I want results. And all you're doing right now is just sitting around and just missing the gatehouse, which is disappointing to say the least. I think that was our second of 5 hits. Alright, we might actually get it done now. Come on, catapult, I'm counting on you. Still not good enough.
By St. George, we've breached the enemy's walls.
Alright, you did it eventually. Well done. Alright. Try and do all the damage you can do against that tower before we even contemplate going in. The enemy's being a bit sluggish with their troop movements, but let's see if we can get that tower weakened. If we can have at least one tower down, then we'll be in a winning position. That being said, one catapult keeps skimming the tower, and the other one just keeps missing completely, which is, you know, bloody fantastic. Come on. I know you can hit it better than that, but I see we're also setting fire to several parts of the city now. The enemy's also getting their catapults into us. Right, good job, catapult. Bring down the other tower now if you can, and then I'll be moving my men in to execute the enemy once and for all. But it looks like we might not get the other tower down, but if we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. Either way, it's less. There we go. Fantastic job, catapult. Try and bring back one down. However, because I suspect that we won't get it down, I'm going to start bringing some men in. Right, let's send in our first unit of spears. And we're going to send in more spears afterwards, because right now I've got enemy cavalry patrolling the main area. I do want to get some dismounted feudal knights in there, but right now let's just try and keep it concentrated in what we bring in. So I want to make sure we get spears in first. We can play with the enemy cavalry, and to be honest, these are crossbow militia, so spearmen will probably be capable of taking them out as well. So we'll get our other spearmen in there. They'll focus on bringing down those guys there. Our other spears will focus on bringing down the enemy knights, and then once we've made a nice clearance zone, we're gonna bring the rest of our units in. Looks like we're probably not going to take out that tower, but if we, you know what, we're going to keep trying on it. That tower's clearly had better days, and if it goes down, it's one less unit that's attacking me, really, because I just want to try and make sure, you know, I'm marching full units through the walls rather than units that are just being picked apart by enemy archers. And, oh, that shot missed. Alright, catapult, you've got about 2 shots left. Make them count now. You have done a good job at redeeming yourself. You've managed to absolutely demolish the gatehouse. So if you can bring down that tower, you will have fully redeemed yourself. So come on. Make this shot count. Those shots did not count very well. Alright, this is your absolute last chance to do this one properly. Make sure you do it properly, because right now the spearmen are marching in, and I don't want to see them just getting bullied by a tower, please. I want them to go in, and I want them to just get it done first time around. Oh, good shot, good shot. Tower held out this time around. Right, catapults, get yourselves out of here. You've done your job for today, and your services will no longer be required in this battle. Okay, so as it stands now, my spearmen are making their way into the city. The enemy is really now just clumping everything they have. They've got sergeant spearmen in the area as well, so let's get our knights moving in as well. And we'll also bring the armoured swords. We'll bring the armoured swordsmen in a little later on, but right now let's just get our feudal knights in there and make sure that they are doing their jobs. So, spearmen, simple jobs. I need you to try and... I mean, there are sergeant spearmen, but they're basically on your level. Either way, the enemy is now basically going to start opening fire on us. So, to prevent us having too much damage, and also because we've got 2 towers which are now opening fire on us, get in that city as quick as you can and just get in there and just do what must be done. You guys are strong English spearmen. I should have very few doubts on your ability to just get in through the walls and provide harassment and death upon the enemy.
The enemy's walls belong to us now. The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Good job, men. I can see that you're already just slicing and dicing your way through these so-called Frenchies. Keep it going. You'll be able to reduce this town's independence to nothing. I've enjoyed their status as a free city-state, but that ends today. That's a lovely fire my catapult started out there. I didn't even ignite the catapult, but oh well, I guess fires just start at random now. Hey, that's just way of life. It's called, I don't know, Simpsons logic, where everything just randomly catches fire. Anyway, as it stands right now, our spearmen are making a good incursion into the city walls. They're slowly spreading out as they basically just kill these helpless, unarmoured units who are, well, that guy just got absolutely wrecked. I mean, look at him, he's begging for mercy, and, well, he just got stabbed to death. Good going, spearmen. Right, some of the enemies are now being pushed into rout. The sergeant spearmen, I think they're trying to make a stand of some sort, but at the same time, they're, well, they're facing against their superiors. First few knights have nearly arrived, but they haven't made enough space yet. Well, only because the enemy's just clumped in so many units, and now I'm just slowly moving in. But hey, I'm basically just overpowering the enemy at this point. We are giving them absolute hell for leather. Some of my units are starting to rout though, which is a little bit annoying. Come on, lads, I'm not really sure why you're routing. You lot should be doing fine. You should be safe in the knowledge that you have your English brothers at your backs. You're able to kill anything that the enemy throws at you. In fact, make your focus now those chivalric knights. If they want to join the party, let them join the party. You lot make your focus on bringing down these units. I bet you lot are the ones who are routing that anyway. No, you're not, but I don't know why you decided to jump on the walls. It's nice that you have jumped on the walls. You're doing a good job at it, but it's not really where I need you right now. Oh well. Anyway, as it stands, right, enemy chivalric knights are pulling away. That's fine, let them pull away for now. Focus on bringing down those sergeant spearmen. Get them into a point where they've routed.
The battle is very much in
Heavy
our favor.
infantry.
If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be
Simple
ours.
job for you. I want you to run up that street and take control of it. I don't want you to focus on engaging anything else just yet. I want you to basically just get in there and potentially take the flank. Or in fact, try and get in there and engage... try and get in there. Engage these units to sergeant spearmen. Other spearmen, I have a job for you. I need you to try and pull away now and make your effort on dealing with anything that's mounted. Let the knights deal with it now. Armoured swordsmen, come in and try and lend some support if you can, please. But right now, we're going to try and partition our men into areas where they're fighting at their most effective. We want to make sure that the spearmen are dealing with the enemy knights, because they're the key concern for us to bring down now. Because there are quite a few of them, and, well, each unit's got to be brought down, because it's basically one big chunky general's bodyguard, each one, like, you know, it's like a king's bodyguard, basically. Chivalric knights clearly don't fuck around. They are already quite powerful in their own right, so they need to be dealt with. Spearmen, I'm not seeing a lot of pushing towards those chivalric knights. I am giving you an order. You must go in and capture them, because right now we're losing and capturing buildings constantly. Knights, I don't know why you're not engaging these sergeant spearmen, but if you could please, I need you to get in there and deal with them, because my spearmen are urgently required in other areas of the battlefield now. They have other duties to be fulfilling, but right now, yeah, it's a bit chaotic at this gatehouse, and the enemy is going to start taking advantage of that. Luckily, my men's morale has held out so far, but I'm getting worried that I'm losing stamina and morale starting to slip, and my numbers. I don't have infinite spearmen, sadly, and the enemy has a lot of cavalry that I'll need to be taken down. Now, the General and Knights Hospitalia will be happy to tangle with them, but they're still somewhat outranked and outclassed by them, so that's where the weakness comes in. That being said, these chivalrics have now started pushing in. They're feeling the wrath of my spears, and this is where they're going to get their hubris, they're going to get their end. That's good. Alright, spearmen, keep your focus on the chivalric knights and on nothing else. You lot, get up on the wall and bring down the crossbowmen. You lot as well, get up on that wall and bring down the crossbow militia. Get up there, capture the walls, and show those towers never fire upon us ever again. Spearmen, you all know what you're doing. The chivalric knights, but you're slowly taking them down, and that's fantastic. I'm going to make sure each of you is trying to get in there and surround them as well. I want them surrounding and killing. I don't want to just kill them. I want to make sure they're surrounded as well. So you lot get in there as well. You lot, let's see, yeah, try and get in and surround them as well. Either way, just cascade into their unit and you'll provide them with more death. Don't just fight their frontal unit. Get around them, get deep into them, make sure every unit is getting engaged and slaughtered by yourselves. There we go. Don't need to just make it a front-facing battle. We can just tangle them up and cut off their retreat as well. Except my... No, wait, no, the chivalric knights are retreating. Good. Starting to take control of more and more of the city now. Alright, heavy infantry, you know what you're doing. You just keep to stop them from retreating, basically. Just enjoy the slaughter. Right, spearmen, as it stands now, we have a pretty clear path forwards. That being said, there's still quite a few enemies remaining, so how are we going to do this one? Well, what we're going to do is we are now going to start taking control of sections of the city. I'm going to get our crossbowmen moving up, so start moving up. Well, I don't even have crossbow. Longbowmen, I need you to enter the city now and start taking control of the streets. I need control of several streets here in order to ensure that we can get our longbowmen in and we can start opening fire. I'm going to try and just cut down a few more enemy units without having to resort to melee fighting, basically. Right, armoured swordsmen, I see some units trying to retreat over there. Cut off their retreat and stop them from whatever they're up to, please. There we go. Less crossbows for them to counter-fire us with, at least. Right, anyway, we are in a very strong position in this battle
Only
now.
half the enemy force remains.
As my lovely announcer friend tells me there. Only half of the enemy forces remaining. What we've got incoming now, we've got some Sergeant Spearmen coming in to say hello. Okay. Yeah, pretty much on a determined charge. Right, armoured swordsmen, I want you to go forward and meet them. I'm getting some other units in. So actually, you know what, Spearmen, keep it at the gatehouse for now. I don't think there's too much enemy cavalry left, and right now they're just holding out at the end of the city. I want to try and thin out their infantry first, so if we have that opportunity, we're going to do it. So armoured swordsmen, they've just moved into tangle with the armoured sergeants. So, sorry, I'd say armoured sergeants, they're just sergeants. So they're not going to last. They actually, no, those are peasants. Alright, I thought they had armoured sergeants. Was I wrong in thinking that? I probably was. Oh well. We'll just bring down their sergeant spears then. They're not going to last long. That's all. They're just going to get
winning the battle.
flummoxed.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Yeah, I really don't know what they're trying to achieve here. What they are basically achieving is their very, very quick death. Their numbers are dropping at a ridiculous rate, whereas mine just stay nice and strong. So, yeah. Game over for my enemies in this particular location. Right, anyway, longbowmen have just started making their way into the city, so I'm going to split their unit in two. Two of you come here, please, and the other two of you, I want you to come here, please. Send a unit of spearmen to guard this road as well. I want to make sure that we don't get interference, so two of you will go up and guard this unit. Actually, not you. We'll send a weak and a strong for both of them. So you two are now going to make a group. You're going to hold this little street here. And two units of longbowmen are just going to provide some additional firepower to try and put additional pressure upon the enemy. You lot right now need to just get control of this street anyway, because the enemy did send a little response force forward. However, you are just doing an absolutely fantastic job in just wiping it out, and you've managed to push them back. Good job, good job. Alright, hold your current position here and await further orders from myself. Right, so you two should be going on that street, by the way. I don't know why you lot are going the wrong way. You lot go on this street, and I think we're getting some cross wires here, aren't we? But look, everyone knows where they're supposed to be going now. So you lot gather up on this street and prepare to open fire on the enemy. Let's make sure everyone is in position and ready to fire upon our enemies. So what have we got coming over to say hello to us again, by the way? What have we got coming in? Some spear position. Alright, armoured swordsmen, get in there and say hello to them again. I don't know why our men are being so fucking slow. Oh, why are we just getting so confused here? I think our men are just getting muddled in what group they're supposed to belong to. Right, you two get here and just await further orders. I'm not really sure why our men are getting so bloody fucking muddled right now. Longbowmen, I did not... Well, alright, you always had fire at will permissions, but please do not fire at will. I do not want... I only want you firing at select targets. Right, you lot, hold your position there. You're pretty much where I want you to be. I just need longbowmen to come up there now and provide some additional firing support. Heavy infantry, very good job at keeping those men back. Just get back to wherever you are now. You lot guard formation. Right, you lot up this street, please. I don't know why you're walking past the street now, but then again, once more, I've just remembered we're in a city, so therefore your GPSs don't fucking work, do they? Go there. It's not hard work, lads. Right, and then the rest of my archers. Right, you longbows need to just position yourselves here and await further orders from myself. Right. Oh, this is like herding fucking cats. Right. Because like every unit just has their own idea on where they want to go today. Right, you lot go here then, and look, you know what? While I try and untangle the knot that is my army and its bloody idiotic movement, I'll make a little cut here because this is getting a little bit frustrating. Okay, so my men are now more sensibly positioned and are no longer just running around like headless chickens. So our longbowmen are now getting into position to start shooting up some of the enemies. That being said, some crossbowmen have walked up to start bullying us, but we're just going to walk up to them and they'll just piss themselves at the sight of my army now. That being said, we are closer to Plaza than I thought I was. Which shows my geography isn't the best either. Right, you lot just hold your position here. One unit of longbowmen, just try and deal with those little nosebleeders if you can, please. In fact, I'm going to have some peasant archers move up as well. But the enemy is naturally going to respond by sending their chivalric knights forward, which, you know, I was expecting them to do. Longbows, try and get some shots in. Spears, yeah, you pretty much know what you're supposed to be doing. You need to be holding out against them. Other spearmen, you're way too far behind right now, so I need you to get up there and help out. Anyway, longbows, while there is a risk of friendly fire, we are going to get them just to, you know, just fire as much arrows as I can into these chivalric knights, because every one we bring down is going to help my spearmen greatly, because they're already, a lot of them are quite tired, they are low on numbers, and their morale isn't going to last forever, so we need to make sure that they are eager to keep on fighting. In fact, we're going to bring our general into this battle as well, just to make sure his presence can try and just give our men a bit of a booster in terms of morale. Keep away. Longbows, no skirmishing. Unless the line breaks, I will then let you skirmish, but for now, no skirmishing. It is under control. I know we've still got a lot of enemy units just in the area, but if we can just keep some arrows firing. I mean, there we go. These are like very good shots that we are firing off, and you know what shots do get in there could just help thin out the enemy numbers a great deal, which is what we need to do ultimately. As it stands in the centre of the city, we've just got some peasants, armoured sergeants, and other spear militia. There are a few annoying crossbows who are just poking off a few shots, but they're so low in number that they're not going to create the largest impact in the world for us. Alright, longbows, try and focus on their rear unit of chivalric knights, please. You lot, you know what you're doing. They are very tired, unfortunately, so these guys are holding out as best they can, but yeah, they're not going to hold it for too long, if I'm honest, so we need to be ready for a break in the line here. In fact, dismounted feudals, if you could come here, you may be able to help us out, because dismounted feudals can hopefully just hold the line for a little bit, but they're not, but you know, they wouldn't hold it forever, but it'd buy time for me to get an alternate plan into action, right? How we're doing over here, we're starting to lose quite a few of those field knights. I'm definitely seeing the benefits of my longbow, and they are managed to bring a fair few of them down. If we can take control of this area, we may be able to get more units in, because once we've broken the enemy cavalry, that's it. That being said, one of my spear units has just broken. Right, you spears, you need to get in there. However, that being said, they're already exhausted. So, right, longbow men, I'm not going to take the risk. Get yourselves out there. Feudal knights, knights hospitalia in general, get yourselves up here. Try and do it without, you know, making an absolute scene and an absolute arse of yourself, please. But I need you up here, because right now I'm losing ground on this particular area of the city. The chivalric knights are proving a little bit too powerful for my men. My men here, they're holding out absolutely brilliantly, but some of my other spears have broken,
if we continue like this, we will smash.
We're not going to last forever. Longbowmen, try and focus your fire on bringing down those armoured sergeants. They're just adding unnecessary complications to the situation. Armoured swordsmen, if you be so kind, I need you to potentially just be helping out on this line, but right now the enemy chivalrics are just trying to kick ass all over the area. General's bodyguard, get in there and engage those chivalric knights. I know you are slightly weaker than them, but you are still a general. You represent me on the battlefield. You should have the zeal, but I'm already seeing you're basically going to get your head chopped off if you don't turn around quickly. So how about instead of you immediately getting your head chopped off, you do something about that. By the way, armoured swordsman, I told you to go into the other street and you basically just blatantly ignored my orders. Thank you for doing that. You know, I'm guessing you're hoping that it gets you some sort of recognition, but all it's getting you right now is fucking killed. You know what? Just leave them to it. If they want to be victims of Darwinism, let them do it. It's their own stupid decision that they can't navigate simple orders, but they've chosen to do it. Somehow they are bringing down quite a few of those guys through absolute bloody magic. They've managed to rout them. All right. I rescind my venomous tongue for now. However, keep it on record that I was not particularly happy with what happened there. I do not appreciate it when orders are not followed through. I'm not doing it just out of the sense that I think I'm always right, but I'm trying to ensure that these battles are won and they're done by the book. Anyway, longbowmen are doing everything they can just to keep the fire raining down here. My spearmen are holding out as best I can. There is an issue of friendly fire, I'm seeing. That's my arrows. I just really fucking missing their mark big time. Try and focus on those chivalric knights. Try and focus on their most rear unit. Armoured swordsmen, I want you to move up now. How are we doing for stamina? You guys are absolutely brilliant for stamina, so I want you to move up now.
If we remain true and
just get in.
steadfast,
Well,
victory
actually,
will be ours.
don't run in. That's not fun. Anyway, I need you to move in now, take this plaza, and I'm going to send the dismounted feudals in as well. I don't know where the dismounted feudals are, they're actually just behind you, so they're coming in as well. Anyway, I want my foot knights just to move in now and take the city while the enemy chivalrics are just engaged with everything else. So, yeah, I'm going to take this one now. So a nice rain of arrows just coming in there, headshotting, bringing down all these lovely annoying cavalry units. This time it's done quite well. It's already lost a few numbers, I know, but we can get these numbers replaced, hopefully, and hopefully the rest don't just suddenly die to the bloody Black Plague. Oh, that's not going to help us out a lot, really. It's not going to help us out at all. Alright, General, by the way, thank you for joining us. Try and play with some peasants. Actually, no, don't play with the crossbow. No. I'm going to back up the chivalric knights, actually, while I have you in the area, because you could basically just put them into overdrive with a well-aimed flank attack. Nice hospitality, by the way. Nice of you to join us as well. Yeah, just get there in the back, really. I think they actually sent the general's bodyguard away somewhere else because he was being a pain in my ass. Right, heavy infantry, get in there now. Try and engage that infantry. Just keep them busy, please, for as long as you can. And well, that will just provide us with our victory that we need. Right, hospitaliers have now basically got the enemy trapped between a rock and a hard place. Longbowmen, cease fire. You are done now. You have done a fantastic job. Thank you very much. Right, spears, you call it a day. You're just incredibly tired, so you're
Good tidings.
to me
The
now.
enemy general lies dead. We've sent the base cur to hell.
Good job, hospitaliers. You've done an excellent job in bringing those guys down. Right, heavy infantry, keep bringing down those chivalric knights. You lot keep bringing down these dudes over here, and well, everyone else just needs to keep moving in as well, just doing everything that they can do. Right, everyone's looking good over here, by the way. Just keep killing them, keep killing. There we go. Nice slice. And whoop, come on, keep it going.
My lord,
Yeah.
my lord, we've lost control of the city.
We may have lost control of the city for now, but we've already taken control of it again, so, you know, we're doing good. Alright, let's speed this one up and get this one over and done with now. I think we're safe to say that we've secured a
All
definite
of
victory
Christendom
here.
will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
Right, Marseille is 3 no more, but 553 losses is quite steep for me. Usually we do take these cities with less losses, but then again, the enemy did have high quality troops, so I'm not going to dispute those. Chivalric knights were pretty powerful, and some of my men were just being quite a bit dopey with their pathfinding. Either way, some good stats there, a few bits of experience gained. Yeah, you know what, I'm happy with the way it went overall. I think there were things that could have been done better, maybe less dopiness with the pathfinding, but you know what, Marseille's back under my rightful control. Let's hope it stays that way this time around. And you know what, I really don't like exterminating and all that, but then again, actually exterminating probably a good idea. The city's already got the plague, so you know what, just occupy it. Because the people are dying fast enough without me doing absolute crap. But keep the taxes low so we can try and encourage some growth. Repair everything that we can, merge all the units up together, and there we go. We've still got quite a few units in this army. Not a lot that we can recruit, but then again, recruit some more artillery, because more artillery is always good. Or actually no, start recruiting ships. I want more halts. Everyone needs more halts. Right, good. Good. Marseille's back under my control, the way it should be. We've got a trade increase, by the way. John of Westbury is now fair in rule. Thank God. Right. By the way, you get yourselves back into these English docks, and actually now, instead of building ships, we're going to start retraining ships. So, get the ships retrained first, because I want them up and running, because we're having a lot of naval trouble here. And Captain Lawrence will head over and join the garrison at Marseille. Okay. That is actually where we are going to call it an episode now, my friends. It's been quite a long one, so yeah, but still a lot achieved. We've given the Spanish some food for thought. We've seen that the plague is now really hurting my bottom line a lot, which is unfortunate. And there are other things that we need to do next time. We're going to deal with Cagliari, we're going to deal with the Pope, we're going to deal with more Hungarians, try and get close to dealing with... Well, actually, we'll be fighting the Imperials in the next episode as well, so hooray! A lot of good battles that's going to happen next episode, but at the same time, I'm starting to feel that I'm just grinding to a halt in this campaign, and something needs to be done about it. Still, we are only 3 turns away from our next big review, so hopefully that will provide us with some insight as to where things are going wrong. And I spy my little lie. I wonder if Buffalo Carciani is on his way to attack me at Naples. We'll see about that, but well, we can see about that, but you won't be able to see until the next episode. So until then, have a lovely evening, my friends.